Hi, darlings. I took a break yesterday, but I'm back. Fresh new bright red candle. Fresh new messages for today. The first. Today's a 1. 1s are all about new beginnings, right? New ways of being. New ways of loving ourselves, right? This is our rebirth. So I've already drawn cards. It's very beautiful messages. Today it's kind of like a power 3 reading. I've combined both of my fairy oracle decks into one. I don't like saying that word, combined. Like Worcestershire. So anyways, I both my decks are together, okay? My fairy forest deck is very dark aspects, and the other one, the Wild Wisdom of the Fairy Oracle, is more light and etherical, I guess. Spiritual. I don't know. They're both spiritual, but there's just a different feeling with each of them. And mixing the decks is bringing really great readings. So I'm really excited about it. And I'm just going to show you this really quick. The number play today has been fun as I've been drawing these cards. So we've got a 34, and a 43. Okay, for the first 2 cards that were out of my fairy deck. Okay. And so, you know how I am with numbers. So 3 plus 4 is a 7. So 7s are all about your evolution, about your growth, right? This is your rebirth, right? But you're evolving too, right? As a spiritual being. And 7s are your cheerleader, okay? And so you've got a couple of 7s. Here, you actually have 3 7s in your reading because one of your clarifying cards is a 7. So 7s, it's a beautiful day. Now is your lucky day. Now is the lucky time, okay? First card out is called Glimpse, okay? On the bottom it says Indigo, Rainbow, Crystal Children, and Beyond, okay? I'm going to read to you out of the book for this one because it's very specific. And it's about seeing, you've had a glimpse into another world. You've had a glimpse of, it's some magical kind of moment, an epiphany. You know that you're here on Earth for a reason right now. You're a starseed, or you call yourself a rainbow child, or, an indigo, right? That's who I'm speaking to today. If you were drawn to this reading today, there are messages for you today, okay? But I want to give you some of the descriptions. This fairy is a scout, it says. He is looking through the borderlands into the human world, keeping a lookout for opportunities to glimpse people who have magics about them. New generations are coming, say the fairy wise ones, and he is so willing to share and learn from and with them. In truth, of course, we are all magical, but there are also children and young adults around today who are more open and ready than the generations preceding them. The fairies seek these beings so they can establish connections with them. These new children are easy to recognize if you know the signs to look for. Sometimes called indigo, these children are peaceful warriors and activists with a deep love of nature. They are highly sensitive and can discern very easily whether people are telling the truth or trying to fool them. Some feel that they are an evolutionary leap into what we humans are becoming. Ask this fairy, and he may say that the children he is looking out for are simply aware of who they truly are. Okay? Other older magical ones are more scarred. They have had years of being told that they are not normal. So this fairy watches for them too, so they can be communicated with clearly and told that they are not mad, but clear, able to hear and see. These beings will return from this meeting with the scout with a vastly expanded sense of all that is. They will return from the meeting vastly more connected to their own spiritual truths. They will believe their intuition after this meeting. They will know when they are being told the truth and when they are being lied to, just as they always have, but they will no longer be filled with self-doubt. This is amazing. I had a very magical moment as an oracle during a mushroom experience. And Ren and I are going to tell you about that, but it gave myself a glimpse into who I truly can be and am. Actually, I am. And it was powerful. And it makes me believe in me even more, right? So I feel like I've already been visited by this scout, right? It is time to cease eating fast food is the first thing it says. Oh, shit. He calling me out on all my bads. The first thing, I'm terrible about it. I've been terrible about cooking lately, but I'm just... Sometimes it's a little overwhelming cooking and trying to figure out what I want to eat when I have no idea. My tastes are changing. I have no idea, and I'm being easy on myself. So I'm not going to overwhelm myself and pressure myself into cooking right now, okay? That's where I'm at in my journey. So, anyways, we need to get away from fast food, he says first. It's time to cease eating fast food and accepting authorities' messages simply because they are in charge. It is, quote unquote, in charge, right? It is time to find your own inner authority and take action to change the planet in healthful and healing ways. Time to transmute your anger about politics, ego, and repressive regimes by taking meaningful and peaceful action for what you believe in. Seeing straight through illusions and speaking your truth needs to start now. You have been seen by the fairies as one of the evolving human ones, and as such you are responsible to your own inner truth, not to any exterior source of authority. Refuse to be dictated to. Protect nature and gentle people, and you will come into happiness and balance. You are part of a new world, one which we are currently growing into. The more honest and true you are, the better off this planet and the inhabitants and life forms will be. It's about being truly honest with yourself. Many of these cards are saying that today too. The next card, and when I say that, this honesty about ourselves is because these numbers too are a mirror. 34, 43, okay? The relationships in our lives are mirrors for us too. Those people that come into our lives, okay? We're learning some of our deepest, darkest truths about ourselves too, okay? We're being completely honest with what we want and what makes us happy, okay? And that's this Midnight Prince coming in, all right? And he's just sitting there like this, kind of like I am today. He says, ask for what you want and be honest. Okay. This is a wish fulfillment card. He is here to grant your wish. But he also says that this is a wish that you must really like. It needs to come from your heart center. Okay. It needs to be that kind of a wish. So what are you wishing for? What is the ultimate one? What is on the top of your list? If you could have anything, does that mean you want to be pain-free? Is that number one? Okay? Like he wants you to be raw. Is it love? True love? What is it? Okay? Know what it is and then ask for it. He's here to grant your wish. I'm very dead serious. This is also a look within yourself because it's that whole saying, be careful what you wish for. That's him. Okay? Sometimes we are protected and we are guided. It's a protection of things not happening out just because it's a protection for you. Be careful what you wish for. I know that's a big, but be honest. It's about being brutally honest with yourself about what you want and making that wish. Okay, let's go there in the book because I want to make sure I think I'm absolutely spot on. All right, I'm going to read his protection kind of message too. Denying parts or aspects of ourself, only wishing to see the good parts of who you are, taking an attitude of denial, refusing to own all of you, and thus the whole of your beauty and potential, judging parts of yourself as bad rather than knowing their wisdom, fearing of making a wish. The saying, be careful what you wish for, has been ingrained in you. Thus you are in a stasis and now activating your life plane, thinking you already know the whole of who you are and seeking wisdom externally rather than from within. That's if this card was reversed, and it did come out reversed. So that's why I'm saying it's like he's here to grant your wish. So be really brutally honest with yourself. Okay, wish boldly and bravely, he says. Yes, it is that time. Look at him, okay? Look into his eyes, he says. He is the wish granter, all right? Truthfully and honestly, ask yourself, okay? He already sees all that you are, all your dark and all your light. So it's about asking. I didn't realize that this, I obviously was thinking this is a manifestation card, on the bottom here it says ask for what you want, but I didn't realize how powerful it was going to be because the fairy godmother is right behind it. Talk about being supported, guided, and protected at this time during your transformation. This is a card 32. It's 5, transformation, okay? This brings revelations, discoveries, and epiphanies. And I've already talked about epiphanies before, right? This is beautiful. This is a lucky time of your life, okay? So it can be a massive part of your evolution if you believe it so, too, okay? So I asked for clarifiers from Wren's Wizard's Tarot, which I love. Well, it's not called Wren's Wizard Tarot, but it's his tarot deck. And for the clarifying card for Glimpse, we've got the Hangman. Okay. Card 7. This is your third 7. Okay. So in between this Glimpse and this Midnight Prince here, okay, we've got the Hangman. What's the Hangman about? Hangman's about, there ain't nothing you can do right now. You're kind of like in a state of limbo, stasis, right? Okay. Because Spirit is asking you to look at things from a different perspective when this card comes out, okay? Realize that the fairies have seen you, too, and that you're learning. This card's about sacrifice, too, about letting go, surrendering. See how his hands are in the water, and the sun is shining through, okay? It's about letting the natural course of things happen and then being at peace, a serenity with it. Okay? You see that the books in the room behind him, he does not have access to the knowledge right now. And guess what? That's okay. The human mind wants to try to understand everything, and when it doesn't, then the ego comes in and it is just like, you can't get it. See, you never did understand anything. I'm showing you my ego, right? Like some things aren't meant to understand, Gwen, right? Okay, so you're just in this stasis, right? During this evolution, it's taking time, right? But you're realizing who you truly are. You're realizing your magics, right? And so the fairy Midnight Prince, maybe at midnight, make it special, right? Ask for what you want. 9 of Wands is the card that is clarifying that Midnight Prince. And I'm telling you, the first vibe that I got from this was like, this dude looks like this wizard, he's like suave. He's like, he knows he's the shit. He's good in his vibration. He's working that magic. He's like Bowie. He's like Prince, right? He's like, it's just this charisma oozing out of him. Because like he's put the pains of the past like behind him. And he's moving forward in his truth of his own skin. And it feels good. And now he feels magical. And he knows he's creating the life. It's about putting hardship aside now and moving forward. The 9s are the end, the tying up of all the lessons and, of this cycle. Excuse me. So that's, Hangman coming for that. Just hang out, man. Hang tight. Okay? Put your hands in the water. Relax. What do the hands do? What does the water do when you put your hands in the water? Woosah, right? Like, relax into it, right? Trying to force things. The fairy godmother's here. Okay, and she's clarified by the Empress. Woo-wee, doggity, look at this Empress card. It's so fucking magical. The stars on her hat are connected with, you are a star. You see the stars all around you. The stars, it's a magnification of your intuition. The black cat sits on her lap. The pomegranates over here on the plate. What else? It's a mastering of all of the book there by her, the cat on her lap. She's mastered, the Empress has mastered all the queens, right? Like, she's all the queens, right? So she's a nurturer. She uses her logic and her intuition. She sees the fruits of her labor. She knows she's abundance, right? You're like, it's just this culmination. It's beautiful. It's magical. You are this Empress. That's the feeling going into this, into your rebirth here. It's magical. The pomegranate think about the pomegranate. Grows on a tree, yeah. It's inside, it's all those little seeds bursting with life and juice, and just, I think there's this, like, I don't know the exact number of the seeds inside the pomegranate, but I'm sure it's a synchronistic number, all of those little seeds bursting and full of life. It's called the apple of paradise, so yeah. You are creating this magical, the greenery growing here, the beautiful sunshine in the window. It's gorgeous. So through this epiphany, this revelation, discovery, you're moving forward with, wands are all about creation, action, right? After this long not knowing, you really come into knowing who you are. Is what I feel. It's a barely balancing of the feminine energy within you too. My ear's plugged on this side. It's crazy when my ear plugs up like that. But what a great reading, right? Be brutally honest with yourself now, okay? It's time for you to really stand in your truth. Yeah. And follow the golden rule, Spirit says. All right, let's read about that for a minute, and then I'm going to send you off. I've got lots of creative madness to do today. I'm working on a lot of macrame pieces, so beautiful macrame sigils. I haven't been creative in a few days, so time for that. Follow the golden rule. I think most people know about it, but I want specific guidance from your guides here on this one. See how you're supported by the universe. The message of this card is the cornerstone for anyone choosing to live a mindful life. Anytime it appears in your spread, you will know that a situation is occurring or about to occur in which you need to treat others as you would like to be treated. Put yourself in someone else's shoes and imagine what advice or help you would like if you were that person. Is the greatest exercise of empathy there is. From a karmic standpoint, you can never go wrong by following the golden rule. How you treat others can be labeled as right or wrong, but as long as your intention was to do as you'd like to be treated, then there's no culpability on your part. You came with an honest and sincere intention based on the thing you know the best, yourself. Guessing or assuming what actions to take can often lead to misunderstandings. Always think to yourself, if I were that person, what would I like to hear from me? Absolutely. It is a time for us during this evolution for us to really be vulnerable and open up about our truths. And, that last question about what would I like to hear from me? I say that a lot. People are opening up to me all the time in their darkness because I see them, and then I put myself in their shoes and say, what? I have been there. What did I need to hear? What did I need to hear? I didn't need no fucking tough love then. I needed a shoulder to cry on, because I've been there. And when you've been there, you can be that light for somebody else. So follow the golden rule. I love you guys. If this reading resonated today, give me a thumbs up, comment below, share these videos wherever you'd like. And, you can always donate to our channel. If you're looking for a personal private reading, just reach out to me. Love you.